All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakak. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in this truth. I'm Pathakamoth, Jim S. Dallas, and I'm just coming back at you with a quick hit lesson, man. Just a real quick. I just want to put my 2 cents in on this devil right here that you see on the screen, man. Pastor Tyler Baker, who is a straight up Edomite, and he's a demon and he's a devil, man. You know, and he's part of the demonization of the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites. Were not black, and they continue to put that term black on us, man. We're not black, man. You know, we're all different shades of brown. There's 2 color schemes in the earth, and you damn Edomites are going to get that before it's over. There's red people and there's brown people. But you continue to call us black. When you look throughout the camps, you don't see black. You see brown, and then you see lighter shades of brown, and then you actually see some so-called that would be deemed as white people in the camps, man. So for you to still push that false narrative of black Hebrew Israelites, you know, it's just because you're the devil, man. You know, Edomites, man. And this dude right here is a demon. He's a devil, you know. Christianity is through. He's a white supremacist, and he wants to see white supremacy continue. White supremacy is done. You Edomites are through, and your kingdom is going down, man. Bottom line, point blank, bottom line. That's it. So I just wanted to go in real quick and, you know, because this demon right here, he needs to be addressed, man. Nothing, all negative. You know, they call themselves Christians and supposed to be these all loving people, you know, so holier than thou and righteous, but everything that's coming out of this devil's mouth is negative, you know, stereotypical, man, stereotypes, you know, saying the brothers don't got jobs, calling them lazy bums and different things like that, you know, stinky, you know, just all negativity, man. You know what I'm saying? You can watch you brothers can watch the video and listen to this devil, man. But he's a straight up devil, and these devils have no idea of how to interpret the Bible, man. You know, so they really should put the book down and leave it alone. But Esau is mad, man. These people are mad. They're upset. You know, they're hurt and they're through. You know, but I'm going to title this lesson "Prophecies Tell Who's Who." Edom. You know, you Edomites, man. The prophecies of the Bible tell you. You can go in Genesis, the 49th chapter, and go through and find out exactly who Israel is today, man. You know, it breaks it down in Genesis, the 49th chapter, man. But throughout the scriptures, prophecies break down who the people are, who Edom is, and who Israel is. So I'm just going to go through some prophecies proving who Edom is, who lines up with that. And then I'm going to go through and bring out some prophecies who Israel is, and we're going to see who lines up with that. So I'm just going to call this Prophecies Tell Who's Who, Edom. So without any further ado, man, let's get into the scriptures. And the first one I want to go to, we're going to prove who Edom is, man. You know, because the scriptures are clear. This is Malachi chapter 1, and I'm going to go straight to the point. Verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power, Salakia, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of armies, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath indignation forever. So when you look throughout the earth right now, all you got to do is look around, and you're going to see who's building, who's constantly building. These devils, man, you Edomites, you so-called self-proclaimed white people, man. Everywhere you look, construction, building is going on. You know what I'm saying? And it says you're the border of wickedness. When you read up, I'm just going to start at the top real quick. Malachi 1:1, the burden of the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? That's Jake, because they can't understand it because we're on the bottom of this society, but we went off. That's why you're going through what you're going through, and you still refuse to return and do the right things, do the will and way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, his law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? Having that true understanding of what you should be doing. You refuse. So you're in the state that you're in. They can't understand that, so they question the love of the Most High. Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Yes, he was, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, yet I love Jacob. You and Jacob are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And I hated Esau. Esau is the so-called self-proclaimed white people, man, woman, and child, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. And then that's when I just went into verse 4, where it goes into Edom being impoverished, coming back and building the desolate places, and him being the border of wickedness, because the Most High said he was going to build, they were going to build, but he was going to throw down. But they're the border of wickedness. Everywhere these people go, they bring wickedness. You know, that's why you have gay parades all over the planet. You know, and gays and lesbians and transgenders get rights and laws to protect them. When the Most High says put them to death, they push pork, which the Most High says don't eat. You know, kosher cigarettes over in the land. You know what I'm saying? Everything contrary to the Lord, they deem is good, man. You know what I'm saying? So they're contrary to the Lord. They're the borders of wickedness. Everywhere these people go, they bring their wickedness. You know, and there's many things I can go into to prove that. But moving on, this is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. These things are going to line up perfectly with you Edomites, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. We just found out that Esau is the wicked, man. Edom. His name was changed to Edom in Genesis, the 25th chapter, when he ate the lentils and the raw uncooked meat, the bloody meat, you know. So he became Edom. But it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So we know, we just read that in Malachi, the first chapter. You know, you're the border of wickedness. So you Edomites, and we know who's in control of the earth right now, who controls the currency, whose faces are on the currency. So-called white people, man. You know, they control everything. So the earth is given into your hands right now. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, so-called self-proclaimed white people. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Because Most High knew that you dummies was going to say, nah, I don't think it's him. So he said, if not, wherein who is it and where is he at? I'm telling you who it is. I'm telling you, it's given into the hand of the wicked. I gave the earth to him for a time. You know, Genesis, the 27th chapter goes into that blessing. Jacob and Esau received blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? And Hebrews 11 and 20 tells you that in the New Testament. You know, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come forth to come. You know what I'm saying? So not one blessing, but two. But the earth, we're in Esau's blessing right now. So it says the earth is given into his hands. Given, the Most High gave it to him. So the Most High is telling you who he is. You know, there's many clues in there. The person that's in control of the earth, and then he covered the judges, the faces of the judges. The primary main judge he covered was the Messiah, Yahushua, man, and turned him into made him a white man, you know, so-called self-proclaimed white man, you know, changed his countenance, changed the doctrine, you know, the message he was bringing, you know, changed everything about him. A man is hidden. That's in the scriptures, man, you know. So, and then, of course, he changed the Most High Yahweh. You type in God, you're going to see a so-called white man. All the people of the Bible, he turned into white people, man, you know, which that's in the scriptures, how he went into the book of the law and sought to change the likeness of the likenesses of the images to his image, man, likeness and image, you know, roughly paraphrasing, you know, that's in the scriptures, man. Who did that? You don't see a so-called Chinese. You don't see a so-called Japanese or African or Arab or East Indian. Dang sure don't see Jake, you know. You see a so-called self-proclaimed white man as that image, man. So that's him covering the judges, man. And that's why you have those fakes in the land today saying that they're Jews, calling themselves Jewish and Israelis, you know. That's why they were able to pull that off, man, because the judges got covered. Who did that? It's very clear. These are prophecies showing who Edom is, man. Let's keep it going, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. And it reads, therefore, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoke against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Idumea is Greek for Edom. Red. You red people. You're not white. You're red. That's your true biblical identity, color. You know, it's that Idumea is Greek for Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession. Hello, who has the land of Israel? You so-called self-proclaimed white people. But it says, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. So the Lord is speaking against you, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, because you're happy as hell that you got the land, man, like it's yours. With despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. And they over there fighting over it now. All of them over there fighting over the land. It don't belong to none of them. All of them are fakes over there, man. Ain't none of these people in their rightful places, man. You know what I'm saying? But here's another one proving who Edom is, man. We know who has the land of Israel today. So-called self-proclaimed white people. The scriptures tell. The prophecies tell who's who, man. You're not going to get out of this, you know. Let's go here. This is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse 6, therefore as I live, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So that's all you've been doing for many, many, many years, many hundreds of years, putting Jake to death, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know, when that devil Cristobal Colon came over here and almost exterminated Gad, you know, them conquistadors, you know, when you Edomites went over on the western coast of Africa and took the southern kingdom, you know what I'm saying? Much bloodshed, much death on the way. Over 1 million died on the voyage on the way over here, man. You know? So, a lot of bloodshed. So, since you shed that blood, it's going to happen to you. But who did that, man? Who does that line up with? You so-called self-proclaimed white people, man. You know? Prophecies tell who's who, Edom. You know what I'm saying? And that's that perpetual hatred that you still have to this very day, man. That's why the KKK is so strong, man. But that white supremacy and that hatred, MAGA, make America great again with Trump's punk ass, you know, even though, hey, Trump is the man. He's making he's bringing these prophecies forth, man. You know, so, hey, we down with Trump, you know, Lord willing, Trump stays in there and continue to do all the damage that he's been doing, man, because that's beautiful for us, man. You know, as the nation of Israel. So there goes a few scriptures and prophecies telling who Edom is. Now I'm gonna bring out a few showing who Jacob is, man, who the Israelites are. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4, and it reads, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. So the heritage of the true biblical Israelites got taken from them, man. It got taken. Those devils over in the land, they've always known since they claimed the identity. There was no point that they didn't know, you know, that they can claim, well, yeah, no, we lost our identity and we came back to it. That never happened to them, man. You know, they're converts, man, you know. So this prophecy right here of the Israelites losing their heritage, who did that happen to? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They don't know who they are. And the scriptures say, that's why the Most High says this right here, man. They have no idea. This is Isaiah chapter 3, Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. And it reads, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel, the true Israelites, doth not know. They don't know they're the Israelites, man. So that rules them devils over there out, man. My people doth not consider. So he says, my people, the true Israelites, they won't even consider that they're Israelites. So all these people running around here claiming that they're Israel are phonies, man. They're fakes. You know? The ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. That's two of the most dumbest, most stubborn animals on the planet, man. You know? But it says they know their owner. You Jakes, you true Jakes, biblical Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called, don't have any idea that the God of Abraham, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob is your power, man. And none else, pursuant to Joel, the 2nd chapter and verse 27, man. You know what I'm saying? My people does not know. They don't consider. So that proves who the true, that's another scripture that proves who the Israelites are, man. They lost their heritage. I just brought that out in Jeremiah 17. They don't know who they are. And how did that happen, man? You know, how did that happen? Well, let's get it, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. You know? So the Lord said he was going to send the true biblical Israelites into Egypt, which Egypt represents bondage. You can look that up in Exodus 13 and 3, man. Egypt is synonymous with the house of bondage, which is slavery, man, because the true Israelites went into slavery in Egypt, man, in a physical land. But this says, again, with ships. You don't need a ship to go into the physical land of Egypt, man. They walked into Egypt the first time. So this is talking about something else. Well, when you read in Revelation, the 11th chapter and verse 8, it says that great city, which is spiritually known as Egypt and Sodom. That's here. When you look on your dollar bill, you see that's why a pyramid, Egyptian pyramids are on your currency. That's why when you look up in the land up there, in the Washington, D.C., the National Monument, you see what's known as Cleopatra's Needle, an Egyptian obelisk, which came directly from the Egyptians, from Egypt, man. You know, right here in America, man, up in Washington, D.C., you know. So this is spiritual. This is that great city that's spiritually known as Sodom in Egypt. We already know about Sodom. Gay rights, lesbians, you know, they give them rights and laws to protect them, man, you know. So there's your Egypt. It says by ships. Who came by ships, man? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans went into slavery by ships, you know. That slavery, the transatlantic slave trade started back in 1492, man, the 1400s. And it just picked back up in 1620, 1619, 1620, you know. So, well, really it never stopped, but that's, you know, of course, the Northern Kingdom and then the Southern Kingdom. It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, which was talking about our true homeland, which is Israel, which we have unto this very day. So this prophecy is still reigning true, man. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. So we were sold for slave men and slave women. Who did that happen to? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know? And no man shall buy you. And that word buy means redeem when you go into it, or save. And we've tried countless revolts and uprisings that did not work. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is going to send his son to save us, man. So all these other forms of doing it yourself is going to fail every time, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they haven't worked up until this very day, you know? And then you have, let's continue to move. This is Jeremiah 14 and 2, and it reads, Judah mourneth. Judah is the top tribe of Israel, the so-called Negroes, you know, African Americans. That's the tribe of Judah. That's the tribe that the Messiah sprang out of. Hebrews 7 and 14 explains that. It says, Judah mourneth. That means they're crying. That's not good. Mourning, you know, they're in sorrow. And the gates thereof language. They have no leadership, man. You know, you got Reverend Jesse Jackass and what's the Al Sharptongue. You know, this nigga done lost all this weight, head all big, body little like a little toothpick, big balloon ass head, taking selfies, man, like he looked good or something, man. No leadership, man. You know, Jake out here is lost because they're not listening to the true leadership, which is the prophets, the servants of the Lord. You know, out here on these highways and byways, the men that's putting up these videos week in, week out, really daily these videos, but they go on the highways and byways week in, week out, in season, out of season, which right now it's out of season because it's cold and the weather is ugly. In season is when it's warm, and sunny and pretty days out there, man. Those men, beginning and starting with Apostle Tahar, man. Those are the men, man. That's the true leadership, which these people ain't listening to. They ain't trying to hear Apostle Tahar, man. They ain't trying to hear Apostle Gabar, Aramlab, Racha. The only ones that's listening are those chosen vessels, man, from the foundation of the earth, man, the elect, man. You know what I'm saying? So here's another prophecy, man. And it says they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up, because they're the ones out here. Can we all get along? Don't shoot, hands up. They're the ones that's the cry, man. Going, and the Most High hears it, But it says they are black unto the ground. When you go into that word black, it's kadar, dark skin, man. You do not fit the prophecy. You don't fit this, And the Messiah described as a dark skinned man, very dark, burnt like he burned in a furnace, man. With woolly hair. That's what you would call kinky. Y'all don't have that. You tried to downplay the so-called blacks, thought that was a downplay. Turns out that was the best thing on the planet, man. That kinky hair, man. Now you devils, man, boy, y'all running around and squirming, man. And then when you go into Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, that's happening right now. That them coming back together, being brought back together into one stick. That's the 12 tribe sign, And them men raising up and standing up, an exceeding great army, man. That's happening right before your face. Who's doing that, man? The Israelites out here in these streets, man. You see it. And that's why y'all about to try to persecute and come against us, man, because you devils know what it is, man. All these things line up with us. I'm going to show you another one that lines up with you real quick. You devils, man. This is Revelations, the 2nd chapter. In verse 9, it reads, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. That's to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, because we're the chosen people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We have this truth. That's how we're rich, man. But he knows our work, our tribulation, and poverty, man. That's why we're on the bottom of this society, in the ghettos and projects and on the reservations, man. Going through it. That's that tribulation. Please don't kill us. Can we all get along? Hands up. Don't shoot. That's the tribulation that Jake is in, and the poverty, man. It says, and I know the blasphemy, that wicked lie, man, of them which say they are Jews and are not Jewish. Suffix. Pertaining to, trying to be like, man. That's what Jewish means. That's why they wear that black from head to toe, man. Trying, because what I just read in Jeremiah 14:2, they are black into the ground, so they wear black all the way down to their shoes, everything black. That's not what it's talking about. Going to the word is kadar, dark skin, man. Y'all pulled it off for a minute, but now the truth is coming out, man. So that wicked lie of them which say they are Jews, that blasphemy, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, man, chief house of Satan. And you worship in synagogues, man. The chief house of Satan, man, because that's the synagogue just means a house, man. And Satan, man, that chief house of Satan, man. That's what that's talking about. Who does that line up with? You devils, man. You devils. I'm going to bring one more, and then I'm going to bring this lesson to a close, man. Because this devil right here, this devil right here, on the screen right here, what's his name? Pastor, let me see if it'll come up real quick. I'm going to end this video, but, I guess it's not going to come up. We ain't going to waste no time. You saw that devil. That devil on the screen is through, man. But this is one more. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. And it reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So there's another world coming after this one. We know who's in the ruling seat right now, man. We read it in Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. So Esau is the end of the world. He will be ruling in end times. So we know it's talking about the so-called self-proclaimed white people. But it says, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So there's another world coming, because when you read in Genesis, the 27th chapter, when Esau got his blessing, Jacob got one too. Read up. When you read up, Jacob got a blessing. That's what, as a matter of fact, let me bring this out real quick because I quoted it, but I'm going to just bring it out and then we'll bring this lesson to a close. This thing is about, there's two blessings, man, not just one. This is Hebrews 11:20. And it reads, by faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. So Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Jacob's blessing is coming. Jacob is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Esau is you so-called self-proclaimed white people. Prophecies tell everything. The prophecies tell who's who, Edom. Shalom.